Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas videos. So today we're taking a look at Novos's show and tell deck in Thomas format. So this list comes from Novos, who usually creates a bunch of show and tell lists that you see on the ladder, and this is one of them. With Edge of Eternities, a lot has changed with show and tell because to incorporate Ancient Tomb into the build, it's kind of hard to cast double blue cards such as Mana Drain. So we actually only see 2 copies of Mana Drain in the deck, and also same goes for another double pip card such as the Assembled Team. This deck used to be a Sultai that played 4 copies of Assembled Team because it was so broken to have 5 copies of tutor spells along with Demonic Tutor. But it's actually kind of difficult to do that now because everybody has Strip Mines in the deck, plus this deck also wants to play with a colorless land called the Ancient Tomb. So instead of that, now we're looking at another card, a little bit easier to cast, which is this card called the Stock Up. Although it's a little bit more expensive, but because we play Ancient Tomb, this is easily castable on turn 2 or even turn 1 with our 3 copies of Chrome Moxes in the deck. So currently what our mana base looks like, you can either pivot towards Hallowed Fountain for that Swords of Plowshare, or against heavy discard spells, you can pivot towards Breeding Pool to cast your Veil of Summer. And that is the only off-colored cards that you play. Depending on the matchup, you can grab accordingly. So even if opponent plays a bunch of Strip Mines and blow up your land, as long as you have 1 blue source on the battlefield, you can proceed to casting your show and tell. Now here's the interesting part. The combo route has completely changed compared to what it was before. Instead of playing things like Veil of Wish, Born Upon a Wind, or something like a Mastermind's Acquisition, which takes up a lot of slots, instead we just play 1 copy of Cyber Siphoner and 1 copy of Sublime Epiphany. The reason for this is because this is a 1-card combo. When you put the Omniscience down on the battlefield with the show and tell, you just need a Waterlog Teaching, and you have basically won the game because the Waterlog Teaching will grab the Cyber Siphoner will grab the Waterlog Teaching that you just casted, and then the Waterlog Teaching can grab the Sublime Epiphany, and the Sublime Epiphany can copy the Cyber Siphoner over and over again, while also drawing your card and then bouncing one of your opponent's cards as well. And you can just create an army this way, going through your entire deck. So hopefully by then you have some Aatroxes on the battlefield as well, along with Hullbreaker Horror. So once you pass back your turn, because of the Hullbreaker Horror, they're not going to be able to do anything. So that is going to be our new combo route. And by doing so, we have saved a bunch of cards in the deck, and you can allocate those into elsewhere, such as the main deck for copies of Swords of Plowshare. So hence, I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas BO3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on there. Alrighty. This hand looks a little bit suspicious, right? Because these 3 are part of the combo, which means I would have to Chrome Mox the swords, but then I can't play the Mana Drain if I do that, so I think that has to be a mulligan. Ah, this one doesn't even look that great either. Looking a little bit suspicious. The great thing about the Flooded Strand is, you can't Strip Mine, you know? You can't Strip Mine them. Alrighty. Oh, maybe I should... I drew a Hallowed Fountain. Should I just play the island? Give them my island? Bauble? Because technically they have 2 Strip Mines, right? And I just need Ancient Tomb plus a land, you know? What? They actually blew it up! This game is crazy. Alright, I'm going to let's think about this. There's only 2 hallowed fountain white lands and 3 green. I already have a hallowed fountain here for when I want to shock it in. So maybe I'll grab a meticulous archive here. What a stupid game, man. Okay, there's no more white lands other than this hallowed fountain. So I gotta be pretty careful. We get to also kind of see what they're playing. Ooh, they're playing that kind of deck. I see. Okay. We pass again. Opponent found a land. They have found a land. Let's shock this in. Seems like a Bowmaster coming out. Where is Show and Tell? Where is Show and Tell? I think I'm gonna keep the Brainstorm. Guess I'm gonna shock. Drain. Gonna have to Veil of Summer this. Hey, I just put you back. What are you doing here? What? If I knew I was gonna draw a Hullbreaker Horror, I wouldn't have bottomed the Chrome Mox. Okay, it wouldn't have mattered anyways because they strip mine there. Hello? Any Show and Tells? Any Show and Tells? There we go. That took so long. Right, that took so long. So, they are a Sultai deck. Opponent's playing Sultai. Veil of Summer is going to be very, very good. And I'll even have this Carpet of Flower. I'm just not sure about like bringing Fragment Realities and stuff like that. Considering opponent having things like White of the Reliquary and Witherbloom Command, there's a potential that I might never get like double blue ever. I'm gonna cut 1 Dig Through Time. One Atroxa. And I'll just bring 1 Fragment Reality. That is a very nice card versus them. But we have a double tap land. Which is very awkward. There's 1 blue source. They have to take away the carpet. Or not. Come on, untap blue mana. That is not an untapped blue mana. Ah, okay. Okay, I lied. I meant to say untapped green mana. My bad. That is an untapped green mana. No. See what they take. They took Show and Tell. Let's get this down. Pass a turn. There's 4 cards already in the graveyard because of the Strip Mine and bunch of Thoughtseizes. White of the Reliquary. So if I go Ancient Tomb into Dig Through Time, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's exactly enough, actually. Veil of Summer and Carpet of Flower. So they can search for Strip Mine like a few times with that card. What is like the best card here? Maybe another Carpet? Yeah, maybe another Carpet because currently like I can't really generate any mana because of the Reliquary. We'll see. This stacks, right? Am I crazy? If you haven't added mana with this ability this turn, but does it stack? Okay, I'm confused. My first time playing with the card, by the way. Wait, they destroyed the Orcish Bowmaster? Huh? Let's see. Blue. Okay, it does stack. So they destroyed the Ancient Tomb. 2, 3, 4. Oh no. I could have added. I could have added white mana. No. It's definitely my bad. There it is. But I don't want to like shuffle these away though. Oh no, this is. This is a lot more difficult than I'd imagined. I thought this game was just gonna be smooth sailing, you know? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's see. Do you have to reveal it? You do, so they can strip mine in response. They topped it. I think that's what they topped. 5 cards in the yard. I waterlock teaching. I'll have 6 cards in the yard. It's gonna be a close game. Now, do they get back a Loris? Nope. Okay, opponent destroys that instead, leaving Ancient Tomb. They have another white here. One, two, three, four, five, six. If I draw a land, I can play Hullbreaker. Do I leave it to part of the card? Or should I go for Dig Through Time? Six cards in the yard. So we can Dig Through Time. Find Atroxa. And Show and Tell. All right. I gotta go blue, right? Because I have to go Dig Through Time, and then I have exactly Show and Tell mana with the Breeding Pool. Gonna be our final turn. Ooh, we see an Atroxa, but we don't see a Show and Tell. That is a bummer. That is a bummer. Alright, GG's, I guess. You lose, sir. So if they top deck a creature, we lose. But if they don't, we can still potentially, you know, get another turn. Come on. Oh, it was a flute. No, we drew it too. So freaking unlucky, right? So freaking unlucky. Oh, wait. They played a land. Did I just... Oh, man. I didn't even see this. Oh, man. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I should have won that. Judge, can I take back? Can I take that back, please? What a clowny game. What a clowny game. Now I am gonna suspect that every hand that we have are going to get, you know, discarded. The Vexing Bauble. Hey, Fragment Reality. Pretty good. Pretty good. They're gonna take away show and tell. They kept the one lander. I think I'm gonna use this opportunity to just surveil here. Okay, opponent got strip mine. They're going to wait on that strip mine. Okay, it's a flute. Why did they wait on the flute? If I had show and tell combo, they would have lost. So they're gonna have to call show and tell, so I'm just not going to crack Misty Rainforest. Okay, I think I'm just going to play this out then. I think opponent has a Bowmaster, that's why they are not cracking the strip mine. That's really good. Okay, we're drawing a lot of like good stuff here. This is 5, 6. We need one more mana for this Hullbreaker Horror. That's a good card. That is a good card. See what comes out. Alright, I think it's time to dig through time. I'm gonna have to grab another white source because of the strip mine. And probably another green source. Actually, I could technically side a Siphon or grab back Show and Tell. Ah, this is probably just better, right? So we're gonna grab a land. Right, so land and land. This is so I can potentially protect our Hullbreaker Horror? Let's see what happens. This has flash. This is instant speed, so we shall see. They probably want to get rid of my ancient tomb. Okay, we're gonna cast Hullbreaker Horror. Boom. Alright. That should have been a 2-0, but I don't know, it didn't cross my mind that Carpet of Flowers could add 2 mana each. I'm making Novos look bad. Alright. White into an Oslo Pride. Okay, we do have a Brainstorm into potentially Omniscience or Atroxa. So they play Witch Enchanter out. I think this is Felia. No, nothing. What is this? Where's the good stuff? Where's the good stuff, man? What? Uh... Um... Did I lose? Okay, well, Philia came out, so I guess I'm not exiling anything. Top deck something good? Maybe? That is a shame. I think we lost. Maybe? So we waterlog teaching for Sublime, Cyber Siphoner. And then we show and tell top deck Omniscience. Maybe that's how we're gonna win. Because I can't tap this Ancient Tomb twice, right? So I have to go for the win here. In potential of top decking, right? Because I go to 2. So I have to top deck an Omniscience. That's not gonna do it. Okay, bit unfortunate. Guess we're bringing 3 Fragment Realities. Philip Summer out. Force of Vigor? Not really. Maybe you cut a copy of a Chrome Mox. Very similar looking hand to last game. I might just show and tell Atroxa. Guide of Souls is okay. Ancient Tomb. Should I just play it? I think part of me just wants to just kind of play the Aatrox out here. So we got another show and tell. This is the only instant speed. Enchantment. And creature. So we do have the win, right? Next turn. Okay. Can we do that again? Can we do that again? Okay, not bad, not bad. We're just missing like show and tell here. We got turn 2 stock up as well. So by the way, the chance of you having 7-card hand that can show and tell combo on turn 1 is apparently less than like 0.2%, according to ChatGPT. So that's something to think about. Ooh, Disruptor Flute turn 1. Well, 2 can play that game, actually. Yeah, I'm just kind of unsure, like, do I get rid of a Dig Through Time because it's going to be quite a bit before I can even use this card? So we got Show and Tell. So currently the Disruptor Flute is on Show and Tell right now. I mean, I think we just keep going for the combo still, despite the Show and Disruptor Flute. The God of Soul comes out, Ancient Tomb, nothing. Wait, can we combo next turn? 4, 5, 6. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Kind of insane. Also got a Fragment Reality. Hold up. Can we combo here? We can't, right? Because we don't have a blue source. So, currently the problem is I don't know what opponent has in their hand, right? Like, for all I know, it could be a Witch Enchanter. It could very well be a Witch Enchanter. Cottontail. I think they have a Witch Enchanter in hand. I am going to go for Aatrox again. It was not a Witch Enchanter, but they surrendered anyways. Okay. I mean, who needs mana drain? Am I right? Show and Tell. Waterlock Teaching. Okay, looks like they have a Chrome Mox as well, potentially. Or it could be maybe something else. It was a Grief, okay. It was a Grief. 2, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 mana next turn. What do we grab with this Waterlock teaching? I guess Saiba Siphoner? The Swamp. Seems like some sort of a Death Shadow deck, maybe. Oh wow, we even got a Hullbreaker Horror. I think we just hold up Sublime Epiphany and Saiba Siphoner here. And let's see what opponent does. Not gonna attack with this God of Soul. Not going to attack. It was a Necropons. It was a Necropons. Wow, they're just going all in on this Necropons. So I'm going to do this first because they could have a main deck Surgical. Wait, why did that hit me? Oh, end step, deal 1 damage to each player. Oh my god, I was so... No! Solitude? No. My plan. I mean, that's fine. This should still be enough to win the game, potentially. It all also kind of depends on like what we draw here. But definitely the Solitude, not ideal, you know? But I can still do Show and Tell, Omniscience into Hullbreaker Horror, leave up a Sublime Epiphany. Hopefully we draw another Instant Speed spell. How are they so smart though? Oh, it's because they see Sublime Epiphany. I'm dumb. So I should have let them discard and then play the card out. Yeah. Ah, we drew another land too. Let's see. That's a good card. So we're gonna Show and Tell. Put an Omniscience. Ooh, Grief. So if they have another Solitude, we'd be in trouble here. Counter target, trigger the ability, return, token, draw. Counter, return, copy, draw. And then return, Alright. Let's hope that they don't have another Solitude. Yeah, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Brainstorm. Return. Return. Oh, we won. 100%. Atroxa. Woo! What a deck. What a deck. Okay, we definitely want 3 Veil of Summers in this matchup. Do I want Commandeer? I feel like we don't. Maybe Fragment Reality? And we cut like... Dig is gonna be good because opponent discards a lot. Maybe a Chrome Mox. What do we cut? What do we cut today? Maybe these two? I don't know. I don't know what to sideboard, honestly. Alright. So even if they have a discard spell, they would probably have to go for the show and tell here. Which means I'll be able to still play stock up. Potentially. We'll see though. And even if they take away everything, I still have dig through time, hopefully. We'll see. But there's that show and tell. Gone. Oh, it's an ephemerate. So I guess everything's gone. Everything is gone. Mana drain. I think I'm just going to let opponent choose. Like, are they going to take away the mana drain, dig through time, Chrome Mox? I think I'm just going to let them choose because this way, like, I have a little bit more options in what I want to exile with the Chrome Mox. Because if I play the Chrome Mox there, exile something, I think they're just going to 100% choose dig through time. Saiba Siphoner. Not a bad card, but is it good enough? So if I exile the Sublime Epiphany, 3 mana, with 5 cards in the yard, that would be good enough. Oh, I made a mistake. I thought it was their end of the turn. It'd be nice if we can just find a show and tell in Atroxa, something like that. Wow. That's a first. Yeah, that's a first. I think this one's a lost cause. The reprieve got me because I'm gonna be taking 6 damage here. So unless like opponent messes up and play something like a Thoughtseize here. Okay, at least they played a black card. Veil of Summer. Can't play another one. Even if I block, I lose the game. Alright. I think we just go again, honestly. Sure. This is a very similar looking hand to last time, but at least this time around I have some removal spells. They're gonna go with the Necropotence this time. Ooh, that's a good one. I was gonna say it would be nice if I can find a Veil of Summer. But I think Mana Drain kind of works as well. Potentially. Deathrite Shaman. I'm afraid of mana draining, man. This might be the only time I'm mana draining too. I shouldn't have cracked that. I'm gonna let that go. Because it could be a grief, you know? Oh no, what am I doing? What am I doing, man? Why did I crack that? Yeah. That was so bad, actually. That was just all kinds of levels of bad. Honestly, don't know what I was thinking. There's 3 cards in the yard. I mean, what is this black mana that they're leaving? It has to be like a Thoughtseize, right? Am I just like overthinking things? Like, come on, land. From Mox or land. Nice. I must have like been maybe overthinking, but I don't know. I mean, it's not over yet because they could have like a hate card here. It was a Boromir. Oh, that's not good. Whenever you lose life, create a 2/2. We can still like dig through time into something. Like a Hullbreaker Horror, potentially. Okay, if that's their entire plan here, maybe we win? Wait, am I dead? Oh, no, no, no. They're just going to be creating a bunch of stuff. Okay, okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Oh my god. I thought I was gonna lose. Oh my god. These games are just way too crazy. All right. Here we go. Let's not make another mistake. I've been making a lot of mistakes today. Yeah, show and tell, like, playing show and tell is definitely not my comfort zone. Alright. Boom. So they could have, like, Solitudes, right? So how do I want to sequence this? How do I want to sequence this? I mean, am I just... I mean, I can just mana drain it. Thinking about it. So, looks like they might have a surgical here, potentially. We're going to mana drain it. So now they can't surgical anymore because of 1 life. And then we're going to grab Sublime Epiphany. Return target permanent. Copy. Create. Draw. Return. That was a close game. Return. Maybe I do also just kind of want to go faster. Maybe I'll like stalk up into something. Like a Troxa to speed things up. Oh, that's actually pretty good. This was actually a pretty tough game. They're also playing like things like Reprieve, which is like pretty good. But basically, like this way, like they can't really do anything, right? So we have a Mana Drain, Veil of Summer. I'm sure this is gonna be enough. I guess, let's try to look for a Troxa, maybe? Okay, thank you. Thank you, opponent. Oh, man. That was really filthy. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, like, despite me making mistakes here and there, it still, like, was able to overpower that and still be able to win, I think it really says something about the deck. I mean, the deck is very nasty. That's kind of all I can say. The fact that the Ancient Tomb makes casting like costly spells, like it even makes casting Waterlock Teaching very doable in a lot of cases. Like the fact that the Saiba Siphoner is a 4-mana card, we don't really care about because of Ancient Tomb. And the fact that like you can stock up on turn 1 is just actually broken. So this is Novus's version, and this is doing something a little bit different than the usual show and tell list. Instead of having to need things like Born Upon a Wind, like Fae of Wishes, or even like the black tutor spell, so that you can look for a win con in the sideboard, but this one instead, the win con just comes from a single card, which is kind of cool. A singular Waterlock Teaching wins you the game. Because if you just go Show and Tell into Omniscience, you Waterlock Teaching, Saiba Siphoner, grab back another Waterlock Teaching with the Saiba Siphoner, cast the Waterlock Teaching again, grab Sublime Epiphany, and then the Sublime Epiphany can copy the Saiba Siphoner indefinitely, and you can just kind of win the game. And what's really cool about the Saiba Siphoner is this card can buy you back the Show and Tell. So we've actually seen that in one of the match. Opponent discarded my Show and Tell, and then Saiba Siphoner could bring back the Show and Tell to my hand. So that's another way to win. But this does actually require a little bit more clicks. So if you're not a fan of that, you can also just Fail Bush instead. Funny enough, at the start, I was kind of doubtful. I was kind of questioning whether or not this is necessary. Playing out the Saiba Siphoner means that it is a little bit vulnerable, right? But even if the Saiba Siphoner does end up in the graveyard, you have an Omniscience on the battlefield, which can just lead to a Troxa Hullbreaker Horror and potentially just copy another Hullbreaker Horror, and your opponent really can't do anything about it on their turn. So I quite like this a lot. I wish I could have played those games a little bit better, but man, I'm a little bit out of today, and at the same time, I usually don't play Show and Tell, so that is going to be my excuse for why there were so many misplays, more than usual. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.